Hello, my name is Tim. I'm the Area Director for AYSO Area 11L. I'd like to thank you for taking a few moments to watch this short video as we review the important information needed for the 2023 spring season. There's a lot to cover, so let's get started. The first thing we'd like to mention is the Spring Coach Acknowledgement Form. This form is due by March 1st. A separate email will be sent to all coaches and assistant coaches asking them to complete this acknowledgement form. This is important so that coaches, assistant coaches, and program administrators can ensure that everyone is on the same page with regards to policies, procedures, as well as expectations for the upcoming spring season. Additionally, we'd like to ensure that all of our coaches and assistant coaches have the required documents needed prior to the start of the season. Therefore, we're asking that all coaches and assistant coaches upload a copy of their coach photo ID card and pre-printed lineup card. Again, an email will be sent to all coaches with a link directing them to complete the form by March 1st. All coaches and referees should be familiar with the spring page that's posted on the area website. You can navigate to this page by visiting ayso11l.org. Please review this page often, as it includes important reminders, information, updates, as well as copies of our guidelines for our spring season. Our spring season is divided into two halves, a seeding round and a medal round. New this year, all standing point deductions that may be incurred due to misconducts will be recognized and applied to a team's medal round standings. Again, any standings point deductions received during the spring season seeding round or friendly round will be applied to the team's final spring season medal round standings. This is a new change from years past. If you have questions with regards to this or need clarification, please reach out to your coach administrator or regional commissioner or area staff for assistance. All coaches and referees should be familiar with their volunteer profile. If you have questions in regards to your volunteer profile or how to reach it, again, please reach out to your area or regional staff. It's important that volunteers monitor their volunteer profile to ensure that all of their certifications are current and correct. Please ensure that your risk status and safe sport have current dates and have not expired. Please ensure that these two items do not expire during the spring season. Please work to make sure that these items are renewed prior to the start of the season if necessary. If you have certifications that are missing or have not been completed, please reach out to your coach administrator or referee administrator for assistance. Safety is most important. Please make sure that all coaches have copies of your players' medical release forms at all AYSO events. Any injuries should be reported immediately through an incident report form, or at least within the first 12 hours. Please work with your regional safety director should you have questions with regards to completing an incident report form due to an injury. As always, players must wear shin guards at all practices and matches. Jewelry is never allowed. Casts and splints are prohibited. Sometimes during the spring season, Santa Ana wind conditions are present. Please make sure that our field conditions are safe both before and during all of our games, especially during high wind events. Goals should always be anchored, whether that be at practice or at a match. Sometimes it does become necessary to close fields due to inclement weather or other issues. Please note that once a field is closed, it is closed for the entire day. We must protect the field from damage. The city and the school districts control whether our fields are open or closed. As soon as we get information from either one of those parties, we will update MatchTrack. Here's an example of what MatchTrack looks like, where it states that fields are opened or closed. Also, please note that once a field is closed, an email is immediately sent to the coach as well as referees assigned to that match. As soon as we know and are able to update MatchTrack, you'll know. No surprise here, pets are not allowed at AYSO games, practices, or events. We do know that at city parks, many city parks, animals, pets are allowed. However, due to our insurance policy and AYSO national policy, pets are not allowed at our games or practices. Coaches and referees should work together with our spectators to ensure that pets are kept a safe distance away from the fields. Again, pets are not allowed at AYSO games, practices, or events. As previously mentioned, ID cards are required for all coaches and assistant coaches. They must be presented to the referee before each match, and they must be worn during the duration of the match. Current season ID cards are required starting with our first match on March 4th. If you have not received your coach ID card, please reach out to your coach administrator or regional commissioner. Player ID cards are not required for area play teams. However, teams that are participating in a section circuit, whether that be the spring section extra circuit or the spring 16U, 19U circuit, player ID cards are required. Those ID cards are required starting with the first match on March 4th. Again, ID cards are issued by each participating region. Please reach out to your coach administrator or regional commissioner if you have not received the ID cards needed. Lineup cards, pre-printed lineup cards, are required for all matches. In order to print your team's lineup card, visit your regional website, your volunteer profile, and then click on the team page, and you'll be able to print your pre-printed lineup card. Handwritten players are not allowed. Referees will never allow a handwritten player to participate in a match. This is why we suggest coaches to print their lineup cards and to submit them. If there are errors or mistakes, those can be corrected prior to the season starting. It is allowed, however, for the coach or referee to handwrite in jersey numbers. But please remember, handwritten players are not allowed and will not be allowed to participate. Please ensure that your lineup cards are correct prior to the start of the season. Season standing points during our medal round portion of the season. Wins will be worth 3 points, ties 1 point, and a loss 0 points. Misconducts, as previously mentioned, are a 1 point deduction in standings. And again, misconducts that do occur or take place during the seeding round or a friendly round, those point deductions will be applied automatically to a team's final medal round standings. Please do not run up the score. Running up the score does not assist or ensure a first place finish. Running up the score is a failure of the coach to properly plan or prepare a team. Please identify potential blowouts early. Blowouts are not allowed. Our area play circuit has a requirement of a 75% play time for all 10U through 14U players. This includes the goalkeeper as well. No player may play 4 quarters until all teammates have played at least 3 quarters. Again, no player may play 4 quarters until all teammates have played at least 3 quarters. This includes all extra teams as well. Please make sure that substitutions are following this policy. For those participating in the 16U or 19U circuits, playtime requirement of 50% still remains in effect. Game schedules can be found on MatchTrack. The link and QR code are posted on the screen. All coaches are required to report scores within 24 hours. The area password for scores is Spring23. For those participating in the section circuits, as soon as we get that password for score reporting, we will forward it along to you. Again, a couple reminders. Score reporting should be reported within 24 hours. That's usually reported by our coaches. Injuries should be reported immediately or within 12 hours. That may be reported by our coaches and referees. And anytime there is a misconduct or there's an issue at the field, match reports, which are submitted by the referees, should most definitely be submitted the same day. If it involves a misconduct of some kind, please report it immediately that same day, as there may be suspensions or other issues that need to be dealt with prior to the next match, which could be taking place the very next day. Touchline behavior is the responsibility of the coach. A couple reminders. Please remember that instruction should be positive, instructional, and encouraging, and there should be no more than 2 badged and rostered coaches in the technical area. Silent Weekend takes place this year on April 1st and April 2nd. It's taking place across all of Section 11. It includes all regional, area, section, and extra teams that will be participating in this year's Silent Weekend. Information has been posted on the area website in regards to the Silent Weekend, and information will also be sent out to the coaches and referees. We'd like to remind our coaches and referees to please work together to provide the best experiences for our players. Coaches, please assist the referees by controlling your spectators, and referees, please acknowledge and respond to coaches when appropriate. If you have feedback with regards to a coach or to a referee, please reach out to your coach administrator or referee administrator. You can always reach out to the area staff as well. Some important dates. This is what the season looks like. Season begins March 4th with our seeding round. There's no games the 3rd week of March due to Expo, which we encourage all coaches and referees to attend. Our Silent Saturday, Silent Weekend is April 1st and 2nd. There will be no games over the Easter break. And then starting on April 15th, we will reevaluate teams' placements and reflight everyone. And then we will begin our medal round on April 15th. At the conclusion of the spring season, on May 20th and 21st, will be our area tournament. This is an optional tournament, and teams are welcome to apply. A registration deadline is April 30th. There are a limited number of spots, and we typically fill up rather quickly. If you would like to participate in the spring tournament, again, we recommend that you visit the tournament page as found on our area website. Please note that there are other local tournaments as well that teams may enter at the conclusion of the spring season. Region 85, Lake Forest, Region 84, Mission Viejo, as well as Region 87, San Juan Capistrano, all have tournaments in late May, early and mid-June. Again, email will be going out to our coaches asking them to fill out our coach acknowledgement form. We ask that they complete that by March 1st. We'd like to thank you for taking time to review this information. Please visit our area website for additional details and information. And again, if you have questions by any means, please reach out to your coach administrator, referee administrator, regional commissioner, or area staff. Thank you for watching, and have a great season.